Yes. Episode 120 coming at you. I'm not the CSL Trailblazer. Welcome back, Trailblazers. New series starting today. Fluency Storytelling. FSTs coming up for the foreseeable future. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using some vocabulary that you can adapt to become more fluent, and I'm going to tell it to you in a story briefly and see how the words are used in context, okay? And today's episode is on strong adjectives, which you can check out the original episode 2, episode 41, ba-bing, right up here, okay? That episode has the language that I'm going to use today in a story, and there I explain the words in detail. This story is meant to complement that episode, and so right after this intro, get ready for the FST premiere. See you in a bit. Boom. Welcome back. Let's get started. New shirt for this Fluency Storytelling series. As you know, I come from this place, big team, and we're headed for the playoffs. Stay tuned for more on that. But without further ado, let's get the fluency story underway. So, when I was a young man in my 20s, I ended up in Bolivia. And I was headed for the Amazon jungle, the interior of the jungle. To get there, I had to leave La Paz, the capital, and I took a mountain bike ride down from the mountains where La Paz is, very high elevation, down into the jungle, and I was stunned by the scenery of the jungle as I made this bike ride down into the interior of the jungle and came down from high elevation to low elevation. I was thrilled being on the bike and going very fast, and especially when we entered the most dangerous road, which is what that bike route was called, I couldn't believe the amazing and beautiful scenic views on this bike path that I was on, that had a very narrow road that cars used to use. Now there's a modern road there, but at the time that had just only been completed, so there were still cars using this jungle trail, okay? Once we finished that 3-hour journey and we got into the village, I decided with my companion that I was going to stay there overnight and that we would head together into the interior the next day on a coach to get really into the jungle and see what it was like there. Okay? I was a bit horrified at the conditions of the accommodation in this village that was just at the border of the jungle where it was beginning. But however, I was desperate to find a place to sleep because I didn't have any other place to go. I couldn't return to La Paz. It was too far away. There was no other transport on that day. Finally, I found a place, and then after getting a decent night's sleep, I woke up and went and walked out of town, and to my bewilderment, I realized that there was no proper coach station, and that basically we had to stand on a muddy road on the side of this road just waiting for a coach to appear. I was a little bit concerned, but finally a coach pulled up. And then I was overwhelmed when I saw how huge the tires of the coach were. These were tires that would be like on a tractor that was working a construction site, but they were on this coach. And then I got on the coach and I took my seat, and finally the coach started moving into the jungle, and here comes the big climax. 22-hour trip into the interior. And let me tell you something, everybody, there is no asphalt on that road, okay? So literally, I was horrified, mortified, whatever word you want to use here. You can use a lot of strong adjectives to describe a trip where literally you're in your seat for 20 hours going like this, bouncing around non-stop, and when you're looking out the window, guess what? You're horrified again because there's a cliff drop that looks like literally is 1 centimeter, okay, less than a foot away from you. Okay? One mistake, one little slip on the muddy road, I don't know, one distraction by the driver, boom, done, devastated. Okay? So that was a journey that I will never forget. I did manage to survive. However, I was desperate numerous times to use the bathroom and to even almost vomit, which I didn't do, thankfully. And I was also desperate for some sleep, which never came. But when I got there, what a sense of adventure and relief that I had made it safe and I was in the jungle. That's my story. I have used some strong adjectives in it. Stunned, thrilled, desperate, overwhelmed, horrified, delighted, devastated, and bewildered. Episode 41 has all the explanations to those words. That's my story. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like it, sign up or subscribe. The newsletter link is below. Till next time, get ready for a fluency storytelling session. Hope you enjoyed it. Press the like button or leave a comment. See you soon.